Growth, Mike Patterson, Peter Sterling, Peter Wynn, Arthur Beetson, Jeff Gerard, Ron Hilditch, Stephen Edge and Bob O'Reilly. And the coach, of course, John Peard. Or Bob O'Reilly, or the Bear as he's affectionately known by rugby league fans, had a blinder last week, as good as anything he's produced in the last 6 years. Obviously pride was the motivating force. He wanted to prove that even a veteran can produce the goods, and he did. And on come the eastern suburbs side, and this is the full team. Kerry Boosted, Dave Michaels, John Byrne, Noel Cleal, Steve McFarlane, Barry Andrews, Kevin Hastings, John Tobin, Ian Schubert, Kevin Stevens, Royce Ayler, captain, John Lang, and Des O'Reilly. And the coach, the great Bob Fulton. Well, this is the young man many people claim is the fastest player in Sydney Rugby League. Certainly, he is quick, but whether he's the equal of Australian wing three-quarter Larry Corowa will be the source of plenty of arguments in Sydney sports clubs for a long while, until such time as they have a match race. And there are no plans at this stage for one of those to take place. Referee in today's fixture, Mr. Dennis Braybrook. Interesting to look at the statistics of these two sides. Premiership match results since 1973. East have won 14. Parramatta have only won 6. Drawn have been 1. And look at the points differential here. East 368, Parramatta 263. Points for and against. Don't you know it's back? Referee, Mr. Braybrook, gets them away with a blast of the whistle. Beats in first touch for Eastern Suburbs. And the brilliant day here at Cumberland Oval with a large crowd. Massive crowd, I would think in the area of 17,000 or 18,000. And a very strong breeze blowing from the south, favouring Parramatta in the opening 40 minutes. And this Eastern Suburbs side, while they're tackling in that first two rucks, have indicated that they're going to be watching O'Reilly and Beetson. First penalty, offside in the ruck against East. And John Lang did a tremendous job in his hands today. Edge has been winning the ball in the scrums for Parramatta. And Lang really was in retirement. He's only played a very short time of football this season. Hilditch up to the Eastern Suburbs quarter. O'Reilly. And a pass back to Gerard. The referee's down. He's done it Hartley. Moving it out wide now. Beetson using a little bit of a step there. Gets the ball back inside to Sterling. And they are swarming in to defend Eastern Suburbs at the moment. Gerard. Riley standing out wide there. Gets a pass away. It's right out to Craven. Gerard again. Last tackle coming up. Now the kick for Parramatta in this first half is going to have to be kept short because the breeze will take it away. Now Levy's kick is deflected. And it's offside. Offside against Peter Wynn. Let's have a look at it again. The referee very clear. He'd given the ruling before the ball was put down. The ball ricocheted off a player. Let's see. It was off an Eastern Suburbs player. Evidently, the referee was watching Wynn right from the outset and saw him in an offside position in front of the kicker. I'm inclined to agree. I'm inclined to think he was about 3 yards offside. The penalty kick, relieving one, sees John Lang have his first touch of the ball from the tap restart. O'Reilly playing in number 13, Des O'Reilly for Eastern Suburbs. Hastings, Tobin. Fine tackle there from Arthur Beetson. Lang at dummy half, Ayler. Long pass out to Boosted. Oh, the pass has gone astray. Schubert's there to pick up the dregs on the quarter line. Ill-directed. Stevens. Oh, blimey, they've got the wards full of people waiting for passes like that. Look about sell the dump. Stevens with a grubber type kick, looks good, but it goes straight to Growth and he can run. They sink him just outside the quarter. That's a penalty. against Stevens for reaching through the ruck. The referee indicating with a little bit of mime there that looks suspiciously like a dance routine what the penalty was all about. Well, Mick Cronin, it's getting up to the tin legs Barnes, as we used to call him, or Golden Boot as he was variously known. Cronin from the sideline, allows beautifully for the wind. It's a magic kick. It's a magic kick. It's a goal. Parramatta 2, Eastern Suburbs 0. There's an interested spectator up there in the glasses on the left, John Peard, the Parramatta coach. He's up on the scoreboard, getting a bird's eye view of proceedings from behind his team as they run with the breeze. Glover evades one tackle. They finally slam him to the ground. Plenty of streamers and coloured paper on the ground too, and it's interesting to note the strength of this breeze. I'd estimate it, Barry, you're sitting out in it. What is it, 30 knots?
30 knots at least. Very strong breeze, straight down the field, favouring Parramatta.
You'd be flying in a catamaran at the moment, wouldn't it?
Certainly would.
Okay, just outside the quarter. Gerard runs from dummy half. Who does he link with? Hilditch. Pass away to Sterling. He looks to support. And it's Stephen Edge, the hooker, who comes up with the ball just short of the halfway line. O'Reilly. Beautiful pass on there to Patterson. Gets it away to Beetson. Beetson to Cronin. Cronin looks for support. Can't get a pass away. Last tackle. Good football from Parramatta. On the blind side they go. Bad pass from Edge. Beetson couldn't pick it up. Now you'll notice, or I've noticed now from watching Parramatta the last couple of weeks, when they're set to take it in the forwards, the whole pack stands in a bunch. They wouldn't be, you could put 3 Indian blankets over them. They would be not using up more than 15 metres of field. That's the formation, and they all go up together. Penalty to East. Against Edge. Feet across. Now Andrews, formerly with the Cronulla side, known as the Panda. Big kicker. He'd be very capable of kicking goals right from halfway with this breeze in the second half, so that confronts Parramatta as the match progresses. Hastings, Sherbert, pass away, and it's gone straight to Sterling, who was able to fall on it. Gerard, Beetson, Patterson, fine tackle round the boots by Andrews. Beetson, see the way he lifts his arms in the air. There's a pass gone astray. It's been knocked down by Lang, but 6 to go, says the referee. Sterling, Patterson, Cronin. The pass was a bad one. Well, Eastern Suburbs have come up with it, but took a hell of a long while to get the ball in their hands there. Aylett, Stevens. Andrews just falls on the halfway line, gets a facial massage from Bob O'Reilly. Stevens, Tobin. What do you reckon this is? About a 7-point breeze, Barry?
At least. As you said earlier, Barry Andrews can certainly kick goals, and with this wind, he'll kick a lot in the second half.
There's Stevens, got the pass away nicely to the fullback Boostad, and he was nearly through the gap. Very close to it. Hastings, Andrews, Sherbert running a little bit crabwise. It's a bad pass away. Very bad. And they've come up with the ball at Parramatta. A good tackle there. Puts down Eric Grote, but he gets on his feet again. Evades another one. Got himself into the clear almost. Oh! And I think he's lost the ball at the end of that great run. The Eastern Suburbs come up with it again. Stevens with a long floater out to Byrne. Byrne, a centre that I've always enjoyed watching. Very direct player. Good acceleration. Schubert again. I think he's lost the ball 4 times in the start of this match. Only been playing for 9 minutes. Oh, pulled out of the air by Glover. Back inside it comes to Patterson. Nicely then to Mark Levy. Mick Cronin's centre partner. They're putting it together in the Parramatta 3/4. Gerard. Lovely pass to O'Reilly. Bounces off the opposition. Gets a pass back to Gerard. Patterson. Oh, the referee could have ruled offside there, but he's let play go on. Peter Witt. He unloads. It's the fullback. Gary Dowling. Held only by one leg. Comes out of a tackle. Plenty of pace in the game. Gerard. Beats it. Way! Like a pair of billy goats. Straight into each other. There's Glover. A Baines one. Pass back inside to Gerard. Gerard's into the corner. But backing up there by Jeff Gerard. Look at that C there. Let's see it again. Now this is the way it came about, with Levy getting a pass away to Glover, who went round his man on the outside, little room, and the selective pass back on the inside, and the evasion of the defence of Royce Allen. And again from head on, watch the cleverness of Levy getting the pass away as he falls. There he goes. Now Glover using his acceleration nicely, and no room to move. And good backing up by big Jeff Gerard, the Kangaroos' second rower. The air just fails. Wasn't precious close. There was not much in that one, I'll give you the tip. Anyway, the score remains as it was. Parramatta 5, East 0. Well, with 12 minutes play, Parramatta will be pretty happy with a 5-point lead. They'll need a few points on the board though at half time. Win. Finally crashed to the ground by Allen. Edge. O'Reilly streaming streamers off his legs. I hasten to add, they're Parramatta streamers. Boosted having to chase on. This is going to be a magic kick. Look at this. What a great kick. And down it's come to within about 7 metres. Very sound tactics by the Parramatta side, obviously worked out by Peard. Quite happy to keep plugging the ball down there and attack from close quarters. There's the engine room. Boom, in they go. There's the international record of John Lang. He's got no scrum statistics at the moment, but he's been an illustrious player for Australia. A good one. Penalty against Parramatta. The John Lang statistic. Restart. Eastern Suburbs now just outside their quarter. I think their coach Bob Fulton would be looking, Barry Ross, to a scoreline not much beyond 10 points at half time if it's going to be that way.
Yes, as we were talking earlier, Rex, that win is at least 7 points. With Barry Andrews, he's got someone that can pick up the deficit rather quickly, given the chance.
That's right. Now Eastern Suburbs outside their quarter with Byrne. Hastings. Long bad pass. And it's been kicked through by Glover. He's been held by his opposition. The referee's going to award the penalty. It's the Parramatta. Let's have a look at that again. It'll show you the incident. Whether a try would have been scored, of course, is a moot point, and the referee has not given a penalty try. He's merely, well, we don't capture it on the action, but believe me, Glover was held back by number 5, Steve McFarland. Maybe the head-on shot will show it. There you are. Gets a bit of a shove in the face for his trouble. He would have gone pretty close maybe to scoring, but the penalty now gives Cronin the opportunity for another 2-pointer. Our 1980 sponsor, Westco Motors and other Mazda dealers. Cronin. Well, just away again. Difficult conditions. The breeze so strong. The score remains Parramatta 5, Eastern Suburbs 0. And the quarter line drop kick taken by Barry Andrews. Yes, Ron Coote sitting there with Barry Ross.
Yes, Ron, first year in Sydney, great football as a coach. How are you finding things? A lot different to playing?
Yes, Barry, it's a bit hard. Up to this stage, I was going all right, but we had a bit of a tragic loss today. So
against Parramatta, you're coaching the reserve grade side under Bob Fulton. Look, one quick question, Ron. There's a lot of talk about the Balmain lock, Wayne Pearce, great young lock. What about this young kid, John Tobin, for East?
I'm full of admiration for both young blokes. I haven't seen Pearce play that much, but I have seen quite a lot of Tobin, and I think Tobin is a player of the future. His defence is spot on, and I think his attack is quick and can do, and he's got he's a good competitor. He's got all these attributes that make a really top liner, and I think in the near future he'll make it.
That was the voice of Ron Coote, who was one of the doyens of Australian locks, and not too far distant past. O'Reilly snatches that ball out of the air, dummies, gets it back to Wynn. Wynn wrapped up high and low on the 6. Now the scrum situation at the moment, we haven't had a completed scrum, but we've had 6 penalties, 3 each. Stephen Edge's 79 records. Scrums won 72 from 119. That, of course, was with St George. In 17 games, a success rate of 60.5. There's the first clean scrum, but there's a bit of a breakdown in play. Penalty. Stevens being told not to interfere with players trying to play the ball, and another rather futile penalty being conceded there. In general play, he's not that far inferior to Parramatta at this moment. With 18 minutes gone, they've got a 5-point deficit. If you keep giving a fellow like Cronin kicks at goal, he's going to keep kicking them. Short of the halfway line, about 15 metres off centre. Cronin. There it is. And I used the word futile advisedly in that penalty. It didn't mean a thing. It was just an irritant to the opposition, and yet it's cost them 2 points. Parramatta 7, East 0. Kicks off. You can see the strength of the breeze. The ball hangs right up in the air. Wynn takes it well. O'Reilly at dummy half. Surging straight ahead, Jeff Gerard. Now Levy using that wind again. This is very good tactics. Exceptionally good tactics. Patterson chasing through. This one could conceivably go dead. It will. So they'll have a tap restart from the quarter. Pearce obviously adamant that he won't play football on his own quarter with this breeze at his back. Wing. Andrews. Stevens a dummy half. Burns cracked the first line, gets it away nicely to Taylor. He's going sprinting away. Look at the pace of him. Grant's coming, and Grant picks him up. Hastings has the ball. He's knocked on. That's picked up there by number 3, Johnny Byrne. I thought there was a knock on there. The referee says no knock on. Evidently Hastings' hand went down for it and didn't touch it. Hastings. Lang, the dummy. Back to Des O'Reilly. He runs into a wall of defenders. They slam him down. Beatson and O'Reilly, 2 of the old legs. Crisscross move. Stevens. Stevens. Now O'Reilly charging for the line. They need a little bit of ball movement there. He hadn't been on the inside. Lang through. He's there at the try. Well, he's already rewarded his club with a try that his coach Bobby Fulton's going to be pretty happy with. Nothing spectacular about it, but blimey, it's going to be probably a 5-pointer. See it again. Johnny Lang, number 12. Goes through under the tackle of Beatson. Really, the drive was sufficient to get him there. You can see Beatson on the right. Dowling, the other player involved, I just couldn't see, but certainly Johnny Lang has done very well. A try close to the post. Passed into Tobin and that sprint away. And for a moment, Barry Ross, I thought he was going to go away from Eric Growth.
Yes, and he did well too, Rex, because he was pulled back by the jumper, but he came straight to it, took the pass.
Andrews. Oh, he's let it get away. That's a bad miss. That's a real bad miss. They won't get an easier one. 7-3. It should have been 7-5. And Andrews misjudged the strength of that breeze. He had to aim inside the right-hand upright. He aimed just at the left. Little tiny things like that. 7-3. We've had 21 minutes of play. Opponent side-footing it, trying to make it roll end over end over end. He does just that over the dead ball, and a restart again. It's a battle of tactics out there at the moment. Very breezy, blustery, unpleasant conditions. It'll get a bit chippy as the afternoon wears on too. Aleph. Pass away there. Schubert. Cleel. Massive big fellow. What were you telling me about the Cleels, Barry Ross? Their try-scoring potential, he and his brother in the country.
He scored 28 tries last year. This one, Noel Cleel for the Scone Club, who won the country championships, the Clayton Cup, and also the premiership up there. And his brother Les, who's a year older, scored 23. So that's 51 tries between the two of them.
Yeah, well, there's, again, the misfortune of the pass going down, and unfortunately it's Ian Schubert again. I'd like to do an error count on Ian Schubert's handling. We keep baking him, but really he's an international footballer. I know he was a winger, and now he's in the forwards, but it still shouldn't affect his handling, and he's put it down about 5 times. Scrum window, Eastern Suburbs. Boosted nicely with his arms through. He gets it to Burn. Burn's going well. Oh, the pass too heavily flicked. Knock on. That's most uncharacteristic of John Byrne. He flicked much too hard. Can we see it again? Normally he does this to perfection, but he flicked hard and down. Now watch. This is the boosted break. Lifting the arms well. Now Byrne goes through nicely. Now watch him flick, and does it too hard, and the ball goes downwards. And he gave Cleel little chance. The scrum, as a result of that, went to Parramatta. Gerard. Hilditch really hit hard on that tackle by Stevens. Sterling runs from dummy half. Evades one. Levy. Light footing it over a 10-metre sprint. Stephen Edge, Peter Patterson. Beatson, a run around with Sterling. He's found a gap. Gets it back inside. Hilditch puts it down. It'll be a knock-on. Got to come up with an advantage, Eastern Suburbs, and they do. That could have been a try. About 15 metres out from their quarter. Jamie Hastings just got a work out there from Hilditch. Nothing illegal about it. It was a charge and he ran straight into it. Eastern Suburbs just inside their quarter. Stevens. Bit of heavy work there from Hilditch. Howard cuts out a man and goes to Tobin, goes behind. Parramatta come up with the ball. The pass was a bad one. Eastern Suburbs errors mounting up a little bit. Now, Gerard, edge, beats it. Selectively to Peter Wynn. He's well tackled. Gets the pass away though to Dowling. Dowling running crossfield. Switches it back inside to Glover, who came in cleverly from the right wing. O'Reilly. Gerard. Pass on the ground. Edge falls on it for Parramatta. 7-3 the score in Parramatta's favour. And they're hot on attack at the moment. Sterling with a little kick over the top. That could be a penalty. No, the referee says play on. Boosted tackled about 4 metres from the sideline. Penalty against Parramatta inside the 5. The crowd not enjoying that. So the Parramatta section of it. Three. Parramatta lead. That kick only makes about 15 metres. Enormously powerful bruise. O'Reilly driven backwards. Fine tackle by Beatson. Stevens. Over. Back to Stevens. Halfway through the gap. It's a miracle this fellow's playing with a knee injury he had. Lang. Boosted just sort of rolls it off the end of his fingers to David Michael. Lang at dummy half. They're 10 metres from halfway. Johnny Lang a little bit out of character there. Interesting little videotape highlight we've got for you next week on Sports World. Terry Randall, the former international, played for 15 minutes in reserve grade yesterday at Brookvale, and we've got some videotape highlights of that. He had quite a good game, got through a lot of tackling, 14 tackles I think in the 20 minutes or so he was on, and could have scored a try too. Anyway, you'll be able to see that on Sports World next week. Looks like the big fella might be in a position to make a comeback sometime in the not too far distant future, in perhaps first grade. Cleo. Beautiful break and well served the pass on to Boosted. Boosted stumbles. Unloads it nicely back to Cleo. Cleo up to within about 15 metres of the quarter line. Olaf. Hastings. Byrne. Bad pass. Play on, says the referee. Picked up there nicely by Steve McFarlane, who's got some pace, this lad, let me tell you. There's Johnny Lang, always on the spot for dummy half. Nothing wrong with his condition. Hastings. Bailiff, beautiful pass out to Schubert. Schubert could go on. He can't get his arms through to get the pass away. He does now. It's gone to ground. And Sterling has it for Parramatta. Schubert really having an unhappy first half. He could have really gone on and scored that try by the look of it. The effective hold they had on him. His arms were locked in such a way he couldn't get the ball into his hands to give it. Edge, O'Reilly. One-handed pass to Beatson on the quarter line. We've got about 10 minutes to half-time. 7-3, the scoreline in Parramatta's favour. Back inside to Hilditch from Gerard. Like a stockman and his shearer's dog, those two. Hilditch is always there when Gerard runs. Look at that kick. Magnificent kick. Is that breeze getting any stronger in your view, Barry?
Maybe a little stronger. It's much the same as it was. It's very powerful.
nicely to Parramatta. He's got Langford inching sideways. Evidently the signal is for him going crabwise and going off the mark, not placing square on. Cronin's kick is unsuccessful, so he's only had 2 successes from 5. Some of them have gone perilously close with 8 minutes to go. Parramatta leads 7-3. We'll be able to see this match replayed on Sunday morning next at 9:30, just before Sports World, which goes through from 11 till 1. Beatson nicely to Gerard. Sterling. And just about to get a pass away to Wynn. Edge. Beatson again. Running very well. Hilditch. He's wrapped up ball and all. Edge. Nobody to pass it to, he thought. Went on his own. Sterling. We're doing our usual awards as in previous years. Wynn. Nicely to Patterson. What a bone-crushing tackle on him too. Hilditch. Out to Wynn. Out to Levy. Growth. Growth gets tackled, not put into touch, but it was the 6. David Michael handled him pretty well. The best footballer of this match will be designated the 7 Big League Footballer of the Week. He'll receive $400, and if you're on Sports World the following week to receive his cheque. At the end of the year, all the footballers' weekly award winners will be judged. There's a penalty against Lang going to be pulled out. Let's see whether we can pick up anything on our directional mic here. So there it is. You've been told, you've heard what the hooker was told. The Breeze is going to take this from right to left. He will aim outside the right-hand upright. There he goes. And the Breeze takes it across. And there it is. It's over. Just inside. Yes, he hit the field line on that one. So there's the score. Parramatta 9, Eastern Suburbs 3. Just continuing with our awards. Our weekly award winner will be judged by the Controversy Corner panel. And we'll come up with the overall winner. He'll be named at the end of the year by the Controversy Corner panel, and he's going to receive a magnificent Mazda RX-7 sports car as his prize, valued at $16,000. Similarly, we continue with our try of the match from Sevens Big League. The player judged to be most responsible for the best try of each match receives 150 at year's end. All the weekly tries will be judged. The player that we think has been most responsible for the try selected as the try of the year will receive a mighty Mazda 626 sedan, valued at $7,000. Barry Ross has got a man who may yet make an appearance before the day's over in first grade, Ray Price.
Ray, a question that everyone's asked you this week is you come back to Premiership football today in reserve grade. How does this affect you?
Oh, well, in the long run I wasn't too rapt about it, but I suppose it was the only thing you could do. The way the guys played last week, you couldn't really drop anyone. Beardy's asked them to give their best last week, saying that the action was falling over their head, and they all produced it, so really you couldn't drop anyone. So I thought between Jack and myself, I come back to reserve grade.
Ray, just a moment ago, you told me you thought this breeze was a 10-point breeze. How do you think the boys will handle the second half?
Well, I think we're going to need another try in the first half, and our guys are going to have to smarten up a little bit, but there's points in the wind, definitely.
And what about you? Will you play in the second half?
Well, Peardy said last week that I'd play in the second half, but I suppose it depends how the guys are going and depends what the result is. I'm hoping to have a run, yeah.
Now let's have a look at this goal kick, because it's a critical one for Andrews, who's missed a goal that I believe he should have kicked from fairly close after the Lang try. This one's 10 metres outside the quarter. He's going to have to aim outside the right-hand upright. He does, and it's a goal. That's a critical one, let me tell you. 9-5, it's a heck of a lot different to 9-3. They've got... Cronin side-footed again. That goes dead. Tactical battle still on. Waiting for the Eastern Suburbs side to give them back the ball in an error. Now, I suggest that Fulton would be biting his nails, the coach of Eastern Suburbs at the moment. He'll be wanting this Eastern Suburbs side to merely keep the ball for this remaining 2 minutes, 2 and a bit minutes. Not make anything in the way of an outrageous mistake. There's Lang going for a little sprint from dummy half, and it's a good one. 10-metre gain. There shouldn't be any attempt to play any sort of football at the moment. East have got a chance of an upset in this game if they can control the second half breeze. Stevens. Shivert out wide, and I wouldn't be moving it along the three-quarter line for the last few minutes. Johnny Lang just taking a bit of time to get back on side now. Stevens with a low trajectory grubber kick. It's not a fine touch. Glover has it. They want to peg him off smartly. And 3 of them combined to slam him to the ground. 10 metres from halfway. Sterling. There's Dowling coming into the three-quarter line. He comes in and it was like running through a forest of coat hangers there for a minute. Sterling beats him. Beautiful. Oh, the pass went a bit hard. At least have come up with the ball, have they? No. On the halfway line, the knock-on. I thought that pass was going to be Beatson's special. It just came a bit hard to, I think it was Patterson on the burst on the outside. There's a Queen. It's a penalty against Eastern Suburbs for not facing square on. Aleph and loose arm. He's got him for the Quinella, I think. Loose arm and not facing square on. This will be Parramatta's last chance of a score in this half. It's a fine kick inside the quarter. Now this might be what Ray Price was after. A big drive. There goes the kick. It's not a bad one. There's pressure here from Bostad. It's in the end goal. Where is it? It's over the dead ball line. And have I missed the herd of Barry Ross? Is it gone?
I haven't heard it as yet. Yes, there it goes now.
So at the half-time break, a scoreline, Parramatta 9, Eastern Suburbs trips to Michael Cronin, and 1 try to Jeff Gerard. For Eastern Suburbs, John Lang has scored a try, and Barry Andrews has kicked 1 goal from 2 attempts. And we're pretty confident that he could have kicked the other one too, had he just had his mind on the job a little bit better. Anyway, a very interesting scoreline, 9-5. Parramatta got to run into this very strong breeze in the second half. We're going to be back with all the... It's apparent from that picture, we didn't pick it up at the time, the touch judges paid for that a foot was put on the sideline. And we're ready for the second half and what could be a very important clash. A very exciting one. Now let's see what Eastern Suburbs tactics are. I don't imagine Fulton, who was a famous kicker for... Oh, that'll be Shepherding, surely. Should have been. That impeded the Parramatta defender. Now getting back to the Fulton attitude to rugby league, he's always been a player that used the breeze and used the kick. I can't imagine any too many coaches. Here we go. Andrews kicking downfield. He was under pressure at the time and didn't get a great kick in. Dowling has it on the quarter. Dowling is wrapped up 10 metres from halfway. No change in either side. Barry Ross, what are the attitudes in the dressing rooms?
Well, exactly what you said, Rex. Bobby Fulton wants that wind used and used well, and make the fullback and the 2 wingers who are back run for the ball, not kick the ball to the players, and keep up the good work in defence. He was quite happy with the East defence. Parramatta, meanwhile, John Peard wants the defence tightened up, particularly around the dummy half. He thinks there's a lot of latitude there, and Wiggins will be prepared for this kick. He's had to spend a lot of time on that, what they're going to do for the kick that's coming.
Glover being penalised for pushing up under the chin. See it again. Referee Mr. Braybrook pretty insistent that was a... He watched the pass go out. And Glover is tackled after taking the pass from Levy. And in that altercation, Glover has evidently pushed the Eastern Suburbs player under the chops, as we used to call it when I was a kid. Jack Argent, the Parramatta Club official, just brought the crowd 17,936. I was about 60 odd out, wasn't I? Great crowd. Stevens, beautiful pass to Schubert. Schubert going strongly, but can't get a pass away. They're only 20 metres out now. This will be interesting if East get themselves up into another try-scoring situation. Aleph. O'Reilly loses the ball, but loses it backwards. They still have it. Ball boosting could have been penalised for not facing square on as he passed that, as he played it. Big clear on the burst. From a move in which they ran across the face of the three-quarter line and turned it back in. Byrne always makes inroads. Very underrated centre. Last tackle. Now, what are his tactics here? That's the one. Dowling not under enormous... Oh, it's hit their uprights! Oh, yes, he was under pressure in the last second. And they pick him up. Well, somebody had him in a Christmas hold. Happy Christmas. Well, there you are, you see. There was no pressure at all for a second until it hit the uprights. Perfectly judged kick. That's what they aimed for. And suddenly there was all hell broke loose in the end goal. 9-5. Cronin with his drop kick, and it's gone straight to Byrne. Ron Hilditch just a little bit late on the tackle there, but no damage done. Stevens swings it back to Hastings. Here's Schubert. Boy, that's a great tackle. Top marks from old Arthur Beetson. I don't know how old he is. He owns up to 35, but he's handling himself pretty well. There he is with another good tackle too. Well, they say an old dog for a hard road. Switch of play by Hastings out to Schubert. Then there's a bad pass over the sideline. Bless my soul. That's throwing it away, isn't it? Outside Parramatta's quarter. It's a Parramatta scrum win. Scrums are 3-2 at the moment in Parramatta's favour. The penalties are 7-6 in Parramatta's favour. 1 try each. 3 goals to Parramatta, 1 to Eastern Suburbs. To go, says the referee. Johnny Lane came boiling in there to tackle Stephen Edge. Gerard. Oh, he had support there if he could have unleashed his arms. Edge. O'Reilly. No holds barred out there at the moment. It's tough stuff. On the blind side, Sterling. Offside. Well, Cronin won't be kicking a goal from there. Kicking for touch. The simple reason that a remote possibility he could conceivably kick a goal from there, but there's no way he can kick the ball dead into that bruise. That would be playing into the hands of the tricolours. Attacking position. Gerard, Sterling, the run around, back, they slap him hard and stop him dead in his tracks. Win. That Ron Coote gallop of his, tackled on the halfway, on the quarter. Sterling. Patterson, beautiful pass into Cronin. Oh, he's got a pass away late. It's gone to ground. It's been picked up by Dowling, and the referee says we'll have enough of that to put out a scrum. Well, Cronin's pass off the ground, had it gone to hand, was the type which lead to tries. Penalty. Cronin will have a kick from here, I feel. He's kicked 3 from 5 or 6. 3 from 6. It's a decision that Hilditch has got to make. Keep the pressure on or kick for goal. 11-5 is a heck of a lot different than 9-5. Kick for touch. Yes, well, I can't argue with it. It would have been a difficult kick, but it was within range. Here we go. Hilditch on the burst. Trying himself at the defence. Gerard. They peg him off. They're only now about 8 metres away. The big men are flying. Beatson comes on the boil. Gets up to his feet now, or tries to. He's played it back a million miles. It's gone back towards the corner. Who's got it? Been kicked through. Eastern Suburbs chasing now. Clear's got the bounce. Bless my soul, and we got a ball over. He's taken on the halfway. Parramatta in disarray at the moment as Lang goes. Lang throws the dummy, and I think they went the wrong side. The open side was the way to go there. Bailiff. Settling play down. Schubert on the burst. That's good. Now Parramatta back in defence, and they're back towards their own quarter. Lang to Stevens, and the switch of play out to Tobin, the lock. Oh, what a top tackle from Hilditch there, but he finally broke it, did Tobin. Bailiff. Andrews, Bowstead, wrapped up but not put out. He's had to beat one of his own men. You could have said the defence of Eastern Suburbs came across and got Bowstead then, because one of his own men nearly knocked him base over apex. This tiny little Cleel, the ball's gone to ground. Is it 6 to go? No, play on, says the referee. He's playing a good brand of football at the moment. Tobin leaves it behind. It's knock on. That's a disappointment for Tobin. He's had a good game. And that wasn't looking the most difficult pass in the world to take, but it came to him quickly. The breeze probably just carted around a bit there. Parramatta scrum win. Edge starting to get a little bit on top now. He's 2-1, 4-2 the scrums. Patterson, the dummy. Nowhere to go. We've had 9 minutes of the second half, an exciting second half. Stephen Edge is galloping. Looked like one of the Inter-Dominion trotters there, the way he broke. Gerard, the dummy. Pass away to Levy. He's wrapped up. East are tackling like fury at the moment. They're containing everything that Parramatta throw at them. Sterling's kick for touch is out of the full. Touch judge very clear about that signal. Right back. Now then, let's see what Lang can do in the way of some scrum position. That's the rock on which there's a penalty in second row. Little doubt about it. I don't know why Hastings should look disappointed. Halfbacks do tend to look disappointed when they're penalised, but that was pretty obvious. You can't make a goose of a referee by doing it under his eyes like that. I feel, Barry Ross, this may be the rock on which Eastern Suburbs will found a lack of possession.
Yes, they've got to get the ball to make something with that wind, and it has got stronger this half, Rex.
And they'll get desperate by not getting it, and they will create and commit errors. That's the problem. The Parramatta not doing it all that easy at the moment. Edge from dummy half. They're grinding away, working play back upfield. Sterling, Beatson. Oh, and what a magnificent stop by O'Reilly. Are really to be congratulated on their defence today. They are doing marvellously well in defence without a lot of possession. Sterling. O'Reilly! He's got one over the top. Creighton's lost it! No try. See it again. A block-busting tackle at the last minute. The drop over the top by O'Reilly. Now see it again. Deserved a better fate. Patterson, the pass to O'Reilly on the surge. Now he dropped it over the top, and at that point there was a tackle came in late. We'll see it from head on. I couldn't see who it was.
Kerry
Boasted, and it'll have been a try saver. Now watch O'Reilly come on the surge. The basketball pass. Now look at Boasted, and that's the one that did it. And you won't see Cronin dispossessed of the ball terribly often in a try-scoring position.
Boasted certainly hurt himself in that try-scoring tackle too, Rex. His right shoulder is very limp at the moment, although he's getting involved in the play.
It was an absolutely marvellous tackle and came at a critical time. That ball running, look at it go. He's in the in-goal area, Dowling. They come up there, 4 of them in the line, 5. Can he break the line? He can't. Now allow him to his feet, make him play the ball, that's the go. Levy from dummy half, waiting on some of these players get back on side. Good tactics from the experienced centre. Sterling now beats him, who's running no bit inferior to any one of his younger peers today, but he's lost the ball. Here's a chance now, Bird. Back on the inside. It's gone there to Steve McFarlane. McFarlane wrapped up only about 15 metres out. Eastern Suburbs on the move. Hastings, that could have been a penalty. Beatson interfered with him then. Look down, Stevens. Stevens is going to line up. Beside the post. Great work. Great work by Eastern Suburbs. Beside the post. Stutney Stevens' pass was the instrument on which that try was launched. And if the goal is successful, we've got a new leader. And there the tricolours. See it again. Now watch Beatson run into Hastings here. It may have been accidental. Anyway, it didn't interfere with the run of the play. That pass from Stevens on a Boasted was a ripper. And Growth, the wing three-quarter, coming from the sideline. Always looking for cover if he can do it. Now the Arliff pass to Stevens is a good one. A little bit of footwork there. The pass went low to Boasted. He picked it up nicely. And that was a good try. And Eric Growth to be commended for cover defence from the wing. Now watch this kick. He won't have kicked a more important one for a long while. (9-8), Parramatta lead. It's successful! Yeah, well, there you go. Funny game, rugby league. 10-9, Eastern Suburbs. A strong breeze at their back. Down 4-2 in the scrums, down 10-6 in the penalties, and they've grafted and they've tackled and they've fought. And they've shown that their form in the first match against North Sydney was not true form. Cronin, the kickoff.
When Boasted went in for that try, Rex, Bobby Fulton was all smiles. He jumped to his feet, a very elated Bobby Fulton, but he's gone back to the poker face now with serious business of making sure that they can hold on to this lead.
Well, Sherbert did so much on his feet then, I thought he was going to disappear in a cloud of smoke. He sidestepped right, he sidestepped left, he wobbled, he did everything. Dowling, the kick. The crowd really setting up a roar now. Out to Glover. They rub him up on the halfway line. Gerard. Hilnich. Captain Courageous, they call him up here in Cumberland territory. Sterling on the blind side to Webb, who's had a quietish game for him. Hastings. Mostad looking for work. He's up at 5'8" now. Here he goes again. What a great little run. He's the fullback, you never know it. Looking for work at all costs. Alam, Andrews, Lang passes to the touchstone. Who failed to catch it, so do we criticise Lang or the touchstone? A little bit of hopefully light humour to relieve the tension here at Cumberland, so you can cut it with a knife at the moment. That's a penalty to Eastern Suburbs. Sterling, the man being spoken to, talking about being told about dummying, failing to put the ball in one movement. An important kick for Andrews. He can kick a goal from here, and he's going to try.
He had no hesitation in accepting the kick when asked. Straight away, he said, I can kick this.
Yes, Andrews is a fellow that gets the ball enormously high in the air, Barry, doesn't he?
Yes, I think we can recall last year against Balmain at Endeavour Field for Cronulla Rex. He kicked 2 from halfway.
Let's have a look at his statistics, because he's been an interesting buy for the Eastern Suburbs club. Even if he fails of kicking the ball dead. So we're talking about a 65-yard kick. Watch, it'll go right to left, and it's going to be successful. He scuffed the ground a bit, and it's just gone into the end goal. He kicked the ground. Now Parramatta, Peter Wynn. Good defence by Stevens, who's having a top defensive game for Eastern Suburbs. Crowd claiming Eastern Suburbs are inside the 5 there. Bob O'Reilly. Got a pass away to Gerard. Gerard's got it to Patterson. That pass pushes it forward to Patterson's pass back inside the Cronin. It's a good one. It goes on the Cronin and back to Edge. Edge has gone down. He's been tackled only 5 metres away. Eastern Suburbs in total disarray at the moment. And here's a try coming up. It goes to Grant, and he's into touches, he knew. Only about 2 metres away. Eastern Suburbs somehow got themselves out of trouble, have they? It's coming out now to Levy. Levy's looking for support. He can't find any. Tackle. 10 metres away. And they are still throwing themselves in the line. Stephen Edge. Eastern Suburbs doing all sorts of heroic things in defence at the moment. O'Reilly throws it back to Beecham. Beecham unloads the post. It's a one-hander, and it's put Patterson in behind the post. A great try from the old veteran. Parramatta 12, Eastern Suburbs 10. Beecham receiving the accolade he deserves. That was quality. See it again. O'Reilly did so well. The pass to Beetson put him into a clear situation. The one-hander to Patterson. See it from head on. You'll see the skill portrayed. O'Reilly did well. Keeps those arms free. Big Arthur, there he is. Now watch him get that arm down in front of the body. Patterson says, thanks very much. And that's a great try. It puts them in a 12-10 situation. Perhaps 14-10, but let me say the game is not over yet. Granted. Unsuccessful. Only 2 points the difference. 12-10. Parramatta lead. Still plenty of time. 20 minutes to go.
That pass from O'Reilly to Gerard in the middle here was about a yard forward.
Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. It looks as though Parramatta may have had a little bit of luck with both their tries today.
Yeah.
That's the way the game goes. Got to cop the sweets and the sours. Right. Granted a dummy half. Hilditch, who hasn't taken a backward step. Gerard. Possession is the critical factor now in this last 20 minutes. Edge has had a pretty useful game in the Open too. He's been involved in a lot of running. Sterling. O'Reilly standing deep. I think he tried to get a pass away there.
The ball is on the ground. In fact, it's under young Tobin.
Well, Tobin's come up with it, so O'Reilly, one of the rare errors in this game. Sherbert. Now East have got to settle themselves down a little bit. They're not getting enough possession to squander it. They've got to be a little bit selective about what they do. On the blind side, Stevens. Stevens, little kick over the top, taken well by Hilditch. Really good positional defence there by Hilditch. Dowling. Time ticking away, 18 minutes to go, 12-10, Parramatta lead. Error situation, Eastern Suburbs have squandered the ball 11 times, Parramatta 9. The game of very hard body contact. O'Reilly, Peter Wynn. One of Peter Wynn's quieter games, Barry Ross.
Yeah, certainly not the dominating factor he was against Balmain last week.
Edge to Beatson, Sterling. Lovely pass to Wynn. Back there to Wynn again. So I missed Gerard in that on the halfway line. And that's the 6. The pace of Cracker. Play been up and down the field. Touch judge on at the moment. Repeating the crowd, 17,936.
Some action in the Parramatta camp now. John Peters on the bench, and Ray Price has just taken his tracksuit bottom off and stripping down now, so we could see Price on very shortly.
They'll raise a roar that'll set Parramatta Park trees wobbling, I reckon. That's another scrum window edge and a good one. Dowling standing up, loses the ball forward. David Michael comes up with it. And a knock on. This is what they mustn't do, Eastern Suburbs. They're panicking.
And there's Ray Price with the jumper on now, so perhaps we'll see him on any moment. Loosening up, doing some stretching exercises.
Yes, as well he should on this bitterly cold day now the sun's going down. 5-2 the scrums, 5-3 the scrums. Hastings got himself into a gap. Great tackle. Couldn't get away from Wynn, the lock forward. He's hurt him a bit, and Wynn's a little bit solicitous about him. Nice to see. You'd expect that from a nice young fellow like Peter Wynn.
There's Ray Price going on.
And number 20. I think it's Jeff Gerard coming off, is it? Well, Gerard's had a top game today, make no bones about it. Could be a master stroke for Peard to have done this. They certainly supply the inspiration. Gerard, you know him very well, Barry Ross. Did he look pleased to be taken off here?
Well, I just asked him, can I talk to him in 5 minutes or so? He's gone straight into the dressing room, but I wouldn't think he was pleased. And obviously so in a game so tight as this one. But as you said, maybe it's a master stroke, a fresh player, and what a fresh player.
Yeah, it's just the best in the world. Stevens kicking. It's not going to be an effective kick. It's not hard enough. Rubber evades one tackle, but Cleel's there. All 16 started him to stop his forward progress. Patterson. Dowling, rather. On the quarter line. 12-10. Parramatta lead. Eastern Suburbs not packing it in. Price gets a welcome. Sterling over the sideline. Schubert the tackler. The earlier games, Parramatta 23. Defeated Eastern Suburbs 8 in reserve grade. And in the under-23s, East 23 defeated Parramatta 9. Another scrum win to Parramatta. Patterson makes it 6-3. The penalties are 10-7 Parramatta's way. They've had a lot of possession. Webb busting into the clear. The kick over the top. A race for the ball. It'll be David Michael get there first. And Webb picks him off with a fine tackle. Eric Gross signalling to the trainer for something or other.
Yes, and Graham Atkins straight to his feet, and he's reporting to the sideline. So it looks like Gross hurt perhaps that knee again.
Now, Eastern Suburbs have got to start playing a little bit more methodically than they have. They tend to panic a bit. They've been getting little possession, and several of the kicks they've done have not been good enough. The two last kicks by Stevens have not been any good at all. One taken by Hilditch and one by Glover. That's just not good enough. They've got to get the sideline. Now Dowling. Hastings picks him up with a fine tackle. 10 metres their side of halfway. Parramatta. Sterling. Oh, he's gone right through the middle of McDonagh. Bostad head on. Fine tackle. I tell you what, Bostad's had a top game today for this Eastern Suburbs side. He's done 2 tackles that have been try-savers and scored the try that really had Eastern Suburbs. And that was forward, surely, that pass.
Well, most definitely that pass, Rex.
The pass from Cronin.
Cronin to Dowling, I think.
Yes, it was surely it was forward. Price, O'Reilly. Just outside East quarter line to detect a note of despair in this Eastern Suburbs side, as if they've sort of run out of steam. They've got the ball back now with about 13 minutes to go. Byrne. Use the ball for 4 as the go and put it downfield. They've got to get down the other end of the field so that if they get a penalty, they can take advantage of the kick. Schubert. Hilditch, who's really been like the man in the flying trapeze today. He's flying all over the ground, knocking people down. That's not a good kick either. Too hurried, not standing deep enough. Down Dowling's throat. A bad tactical kicking display by Eastern Suburbs. Curious when they have one of the best kickers rugby league has seen in the last 40 years as their coach. Glover. All they're doing is giving the ball back to the opposition, and Parramatta are saying thanks very much and bringing it back to them. Sterling. Patterson. Still going. Price. If he scores a try, they'll come on the field, I'm sure. Patterson beats it. Cronin. Beautiful stuff out along the three-quarter line. Leaving. Back inside. It's not done by Cronin. And over the sideline. Wasn't no fault to Cronin there. It came to him off the ground.
And Eric Graff's just gone off on the far side of the field. Graham Atkins on, I think, wearing number 16.
Atkins on in 16, far side. Grove off. It's a penalty to Eastern Suburbs. What's your reaction to the Eastern Suburbs kicking tactics, Barry? Am I being too hard on them, do you think? Or
yes, obviously Parramatta are awake to the fact that they're going to kick and the ball's coming back very fast.
Look at this. Have a look at this. Have a look at that. With 10 minutes to go, trailing by 2 points, and they can't kick the ball out of the field. You know, that's absurd. No, I won't hear anything other than criticism for their tactics in the second half. They've been abysmal. Hilditch fighting his way forward. Across beats it. Patterson. A pass out to Cronin. Here's the gap. Taken by Levy. Look at this out to Atkins. Atkins is there, so's John Lang. Lang the hooker, out in cover. Patterson. It goes then to Levy. Levy's going forward. Can't get his pass away. And Eastern Suburbs still grimly defending as Price goes on the surge. He won't be more than 2 metres away from the line. Beats it. Beatson's there. It's a try. It's not a try. Yes, it's a try. And Big Arthur beats it. Could well and truly come up with a man of the match accolade for his efforts today. And the Parramatta flags fly. Let's see it again, starting with the surge from Arthur Beatson. From head on, this is the way it looked. After the Olling little half break, and Beatson's power and enormous strength got him through that situation. So that, you may take my word, is the ball game. 8th attempt by Cronin. He's had success with 3. 4. And that will make it, I think, safe for them. 17 to 10. We have 8.5 minutes to go. The kick-off by Andrews goes to Dowling. So Jeff Gerard, the replaced forward from Ray Price, sitting there on the sideline with Barry Ross. What's his attitude?
Well, Jeff, you played particularly well today, and yet John Peart pulled you off. You happy with that?
Oh, well, you've got to abide by the coach's decision, Barry. If he pulls me off to bring on Ray, well, nothing you can do about it. I'm off and he's on.
But you were happy with your form today?
Yeah, I thought I was going particularly well. I was running probably better than I have all year. You know, I was feeling real good.
And what about the Eastern Suburbs defence out there today?
Well, they're very enthusiastic. Obviously, against North, they got bagged, and they were very enthusiastic today. They tackled well.
Jeff Gerard talking to Barry Ross on the sideline. The 17,936 crowd have enjoyed this game. It's been tough. No compromising stuff. Hilditch has lost the ball. Des O'Reilly falls on it. Eastern Suburbs have got some sort of a chance with 7 minutes to go, but it's becoming a forlorn one. Bostad, young fullback who is chiming into everything. Stevens. Schubert. Nicely held up pass for Cleo. Hastings. Taylor. Driven backwards by Wynn on the halfway line. Tobin, who's had a quietish second half, started off the game at a great rate. Stevens. Hastings. One of those tackles only needed to be an inch higher and we would have had a player walked. They're all down at the moment. Winded. Sterling's limping on a cork thigh. We've got 2 Parramatta players down at the moment. The referee can't put the scrum down because that's the position it's going to go. Stephen Edge. Just got a knock on the stomach. Arthur Beatson, the other player, receiving attention.
You might be able to get Billy Anderson late in the game now, Phil, because that's who they play next week.
Another Parramatta scrum win is a fairly significant score of 7-3 now, the scrum. Stephen Edge has done the top job, but Lang, of course, with his first outing with the club. Patterson back inside to Cronin, one-handed there to Glover. Glover's upfield, loves to score tries, going hard and straight, gets it to Dowling. Dowling will go in, will he? No, he's been tackled only a few metres away, gets it out to Glover again. Glover's in, over the post. Oh, yeah, what a try. Neville Glover. Well, that's put the cat among the pigeons as far as Eastern Suburbs are concerned, and Parramatta coming up with a a resounding win now. It scoots away. The Parramatta flag's flying. See it again. The pass back inside, one-handed from Cronin to Glover, selectively to Dowling. At one stage he looked as though he would go on with it, but a good tackle from Bosted again. And away it goes to Glover, and he swivels out of the tackle and in for the try under the post. From head on. Cronin, the one-handed there. Glover streaks upfield, changing direction. You can see the big hop, skip and jump to Dowling, and then Dowling back to Glover, and there's the kick at goal, successful. So we've got a scoreline that reads 22 Parramatta, Eastern Suburbs 10. Incredible number of points scored by Parramatta in the last 8 minutes. Dowling.
He's a lot fitter this year. For early in the season, Rex, Gary Dowling. He told me he's pulled off about 6 or 7 pounds.
Yes, he's running well. Eastern Suburbs penalised. Inside the 5. And the scrum statistics and the penalty statistics, 11-8 the penalties, Parramatta's way, 7-3 the scrums. Very large margin, that over 2-1 scrum margin. Edge has done a great job. Cronin's kick for touch is a good one. So in the last 8 minutes, Parramatta have scored 10 points. Sign of a champion side. Beats the top game today. Out to Atkins. Atkins running from dummy half, gets to halfway. About not official time, about 3 minutes to go. Patterson, Cronin. Back to Wynn, cleverly. Levy, lovely pass, but it was knocked down. Gerard. O'Reilly. Lobs a pass. Wynn, Sterling, Cronin. Parramatta really putting it together now. One-handed pass beautifully to Atkins. Is it Atkins? Patterson. Touch judge in. Yeah, Patterson and Atkins do look a little bit alike. They've got similar sort of hair lengths and same stocky physiques. But that was Patterson. Andrews being spoken to on a touch judge's report. No penalty will come from it. And the Stevenage scrum dominance goes marching on. 8-3. Price beats him. Patterson giving their backs plenty of scope now. Cronin, one-handed beautifully to Win. Gets it back and magically picked up by Patterson. Patterson's busted it. Oh, he had opportunities on the outside. Picked up by Stevenage, caught by one leg. Play about 20 metres out now from the Eastern Suburbs line. Win. Back inside to Glover. Price. O'Reilly loses the ball. Eastern Suburbs come up with it. But time is fair run out for them with around about a minute unofficial time to go. 22 points to 10. The try scorers, and there have been 4 of those for the Parramatta side, have been Neville Glover, Michael Patterson, Arthur Beetson and Jeff Gerard. And Cronin has kicked 5 goals from 8 attempts. 9 attempts. For the Eastern Suburbs side, who did so well for 70 minutes. A try to Bosted, a try to Lang, and 2 goals to Andrews. Eastern Suburbs wingers have had rare opportunities in this match. And a penalty, holding him down. Still going up, Eastern Suburbs, O'Reilly. There's O'Reilly, that is. There's the hooter in the background.
Played by Newtown though, particularly the way Grady chained into the back lane, and Brigginshaw